All right, let's dive right in. We're going to be talking about one of the most genuinely terrifying figures I've ever come across, the Sapphire Jester. And look, this is not your average villain, not even close. I want you to imagine a philosophical argument, a really dark one, that's so powerful it actually became a person and then decided its whole purpose was to create absolute, perfect horror. Yeah, that's who we're dealing with today.
This line right here, honestly, this is the key that unlocks his entire character. It's not just some cool, edgy quote. It's his mission statement. It's his whole deal. So I want you to forget everything you think you know about art and creation, because the Sapphire Jester's masterpiece, well, it's the exact opposite of that.
Okay, so Section 1, the sculptor in reverse. What in the world does that actually mean? Let's break down this deeply disturbing idea. So picture a classic artist, right? They look at a hunk of stone and see a soul just waiting to be set free. They chip away the excess to reveal something beautiful. The Jester? He does the exact opposite. He looks at a living, breathing person, with all their hopes, their memories, their love, and he just sees raw material. Something to be melted down into this featureless, uniform, liquid slurry. He doesn't create, he uncreates, he annihilates. And you gotta understand, this isn't just mindless chaos. Oh no. It is all driven by a philosophy that is terrifyingly logical. It's called New Nihilism.
So, you've probably heard of nihilism, right? The whole nothing matters idea? Well, the Jester's brand of New Nihilism takes that to a whole other level. It's way more aggressive. It doesn't just sit back and say meaning is dead. It actively goes out and hunts down meaning. It sees things like individuality, your memories, your ability to love. It sees all that as a flaw, a problem in the system that has to be erased. It is a proactive, predatory hunt for absolute nothingness.
You see, his endgame isn't just chaos and destruction. It's actually a kind of chillingly perfect order. He calls it perfected nullity. Just imagine a universe with zero friction, no random thoughts, no unique people, nothing to cause any trouble, just a silent, smooth, absolutely empty void. That's his version of paradise. Okay, so we've covered the why. Now let's get into the how, because this is where things get really wild. The Jester's physical body is, well, it's a masterpiece of sci-fi horror. This is the point where his philosophy literally becomes physics.
You know the idea of apoptosis, right? It's when a hero becomes a god, usually by becoming the ultimate version of themselves. They become more. Well, the Jester did the complete opposite. He achieved his power through something called inverted apoptosis. He became a god by becoming nothing. He systematically erased every single piece of who he used to be.
So how did he pull that off? Well, first, he erased his self, just wiped the slate clean until he was what's described as a uniform building block. His soul isn't even in a body anymore. It's contained in this thing called a Z-pinch magnetic field. Think of it like a magnetic bottle for his soul. So how do you hurt somebody who literally isn't there? The answer is you can't. He became invulnerable by becoming a void.
And get this, those sapphire robes he wears, they're not cloth. They're a kinetic, magnetic field. So any attack you throw at him, any physical force, just gets absorbed and diverted. It's stabilized and then redirected into the plasma humming inside him. You just can't fight him the normal way. I mean, how do you punch a hole in nothing? It's impossible. To hit him is to literally hit nothing at all.
All right, this next part, this is his motivation. And to me, it's the most chilling part of all. See, in his own mind, he's not a villain. He's not even a killer. He thinks he's a corrector, like a cosmic repairman, fixing a broken universe. And this is how he sees you. It's how he sees all of us. We're not people. We're bugs, glitches in the system. Everything that makes you you, your personality, your memories, what makes you unique. To him, it's just a bug in the code, an error that needs to be deleted. This table basically lays out his entire worldview. Look at it. All the things we hold dear, our names, our memories, that spark of reason, even love. He sees it all as just friction, annoying grit in the gears of the universe. So his goal isn't really to kill you, it's to correct you. And his tools for the job? A plasma torch and something called microwave gasification. He literally wants to convert your spiritual energy, your very soul, into useless, inert gas. So everything we've talked about, the philosophy, the twisted science, his insane motivation, it all comes to a head in his final confrontation. It's a scene with a lone person he calls the Striver. And this isn't so much a fight as it is a verdict. It's his final, terrifying sermon.
He starts off by just mocking his opponent's very existence. He sees their individuality not as a strength, but as this pathetic, weak thing, a tattered rag. He sees it as the source of all suffering, this friction that's messing up the universe. And the Striver's response, man, it's the defense of every single one of us. It's this desperate, simple, and powerful claim that we are more than just raw material. We have names, we have histories. It's probably the most human thing you could possibly say in that moment. But the Jester's reply is just pure, cold, poetic poison. He just brushes it all aside. A name? That's just a noise you make. Memories? Just ghosts of something that's already gone. He makes everything that defines us sound completely worthless, like the Striver's just clinging to smoke. And here it is. This is where he reveals his twisted idea of enlightenment. He honestly believes he's found the one true path to peace, and that path was to erase his own I and become nothing. You realize he's not just a monster at this point. He's a prophet. He's a prophet for the void.
Man, this line. This might be the most horrifying and, in a weird way, the most seductive thing he says. He flips the script completely. Being a unique person, that just means you're alone. But letting yourself be consumed, to be melted down and made part of the whole, that, he claims, is how you achieve immortality. And he ends it all not with a threat, but with what he sees as an act of ultimate mercy. He's not killing you, he's ending the agony of being. He's granting you the perfection of nullity. In his mind, the verdict isn't a death sentence. It's a promotion to a higher, more perfect state of, well, of not existing at all.
And so that's where the story leaves us, with his terrifying philosophy turned back on us as a question. He presents this horrible choice. Do you want the friction and the loneliness that comes with being a unique person, or the eternal, silent peace that comes from being consumed into nothing? It really makes you stop and think. Which one is actually the greater agony?